In the post-war period, cities across the world were being redesigned not for people but for automobiles. Modern architects such as Le Corbusier and Frank Lloyd Wright wanted their homes to be built around green spaces and fresh air connected with high-speed lanes, opposite to those of historic cities where they are surrounded by dark alleys and small piazzas. Their goal was to demolish old historic centers. This video is based on an article published by the Financial Times under the title Future of the Cities, where the author stressed on the idea on how reducing congestion is the future of the cities. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And now, let us investigate. In 1932, modernist Frank Lloyd Wright introduced the concept of Broadacker City, which is an entire city fixated on a national suburb dedicated to automobiles. They wanted to separate traffic and pedestrians through multi-layered flyovers and padaways. Fragments of this vision are present to some places. However, separating our living, working, leisure, and commerce are proven deadly to everyday life. So traffic just kept increasing no matter how many flyovers a city has built. Even though campaigns on climate change are taking place all over the world, driving remains the only possible mean of transportation for some people. But let's discuss why this is not sustainable. For much of the past 70 years, urban planning was delegated to highway engineers, and the city was understood as a mechanism for facilitating traffic flows. The first thing to understand is that cars take up an enormous amount of room. In some cities, more than half of all public space is dedicated to private cars, whether moving or stationary, despite the fact that they are shockingly inefficient at moving people when compared with public transport. The pandemic has exacerbated our reliance on home deliveries, which has of course added to traffic. However, lots of research and work has been conducted to find sustainable solutions for such problems. The first thing we will going to be discuss is artificial intelligence. If your food order has been delivered to you by a robot or a drone, imagine the huge amount of extra space the city will gain. Self-driving cars where they can drop passengers off and move on to the next journey without parking. All these are solutions using artificial intelligence. Car-free areas. In many historic Italian cities, cars are confined to the edges and largely excluded from the walled centers. Drive into Florence, for example, and you can drop off your car at a garage to be valet parked outside the city and return when you need it, as vehicles have been excluded from the city centers by congestion charging, traffic, and parking restrictions. They have been pushed to the suburbs. There are also healthy alternatives, such as shared automobiles, improved public transport, safe cycling rails are all solutions to eliminate traffic and overall lead to a more sustainable city. If people are all increasingly able to work from home, residential areas will become more important than ever. This move to improve outer neighborhoods represents perhaps the most promising future and the biggest challenge. In summary, the answer is not to demolish centers, service buildings, or huge engineering projects, but it is to do what we might call urban acupuncture, creating more walkable, affordable cities and suburbs in which the things we need can be local and reach out with cheap public transport. This is the end of this video. I would like to hear your thoughts on what do you think is the future of the cities. Thank you for making it to the end of this video, and we will see you in the next one.